Interesting. Might as well just reroll one of these then, since I don't really care. As long as I'm able to save it afterwards. There you are. Should be a paddler here somewhere. And that should be it as well. Or there is not and I actually missed him. God dang it. That's fine. Don't necessarily need him anyways. Alright. The stage transitioning into the next act is always the scary one. It's where I seem to be most likely getting the crashes. I also have a plan for tomorrow because I figured that the shop for whatever reason is open. So I'll hope that I can call in and see if they can already take in my CPU and give me a replacement. Because in theory that should already be enough. Even if they give me the same CPU again, it should not get cooked anymore. So we'll see whether we can find an arrangement. My assumption is it's gonna be a no, but who knows? Maybe they're nice. Maybe they're aware of the issue and they're like, yeah, sure, just get another one. Have fun. I'll be perfect. Because I'm like 99% sure with even if I get the same CPU again, like obviously a new model, not the one that I just got, but like the same model but a different, completely new, unscratched CPU, and I should be good. Yeah, the problem with Payday 3, right, is like it's not... In the meantime, not only my CPU is a problem anymore, but my friend list as well. And I am really not willing to clean up my friend list. Because, like, I have freaking 500-ish friends in my friend list. And it's an absolute torture to clean it up. Oh, here we go. Figured. I'm almost at 0. So basically I would have to live with the frame stutters. Which is very annoying. It just simply just takes away even more of the joy. Like at the moment I barely have any joy to play Payday 3. I would absolutely want to keep playing it as much as I can, but like I'm losing interest so quickly. There you go, Reek. How's things going? Just hoping for my CPU to not cause any crashes and stuff, as usual, since I wasn't able to send it in yet. I'll try to send it in tomorrow, aka literally go to the shop, since I figured that it has that it's open. I think you should do it anyway. Why plenty of these people you don't play Payday 3? Well, what do you mean? I don't get it. Oh, bonk. The neighbor list might have gotten worse. I think playing with randoms builds up the list in you recently, so Starbreeze might have fucked people that play with randoms as well. Oh yeah, good point. Very good point. Yeah, I think it's literally the reason because of like the social tab is trying to load the arena levels and I think infamy levels as well, right? From everyone. And it's definitely also doing it for the Steam friends too. Not only the neighborhood friends. There seems to be some kind of check that figures that dude is playing Payday 3 basically. And then it's loading the data. I mean, which don't get me wrong, it's a good idea. I like it, but didn't really get tested properly, I guess. So now I have to live with this shit. Can you tell the name of 20 players from that long list? No, because you have no memory of them, because maybe we're playing with you 2 to 3 times. Dude, you have no idea. Even the people I played with years ago, I'm not just randomly kicking them. But like, it's not only that, it's more a thing of like actually having to clear out 400 people at least. It's probably even more. It takes a long ass fucking time to even get rid of 400 people. I would dare say Steam probably doesn't even have a fucking bulk remove option. No, I have over 500, meaning I'll have to get rid of at least 400, because otherwise I will not feel any difference. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what's making it torture. Like, I'm fairly confident I don't need all of them. But the issue is like actually having to manually get rid of everything. It takes so fucking long. And I don't want to deal with it. Why is he not being executed then? That's so weird. Like, he is below the lethal line and he's not being, in quotes, executed. I know he cannot get executed immediately, but should at least bring him down to 1 health. And I can most likely list at least 20 people, probably more. Out of memory. This literally could not have been tested on their isolated servers. Why not? It should be relatively simple to just generate random accounts and add them to each other. I guess they have something new on their default test checklist for the future. And, besides the point, a thing that I've requested a while ago is fucking beta servers. A beta option to at least give the Steam players to access the beta version of something they plan to release, so that we can test them for them. Especially since they seem to be running into stuff that they are unable to test or just simply don't find, but we find extremely quickly. So they should at least give us the option for like beta server shit. So we can like figure out things before they like properly release it. At least like they are, the weird thing is right, the partners are obviously testing their shit. But the weird thing is like even they are on some kind of weird ass dev servers where they cannot even use their accounts, and as far as I remember, they literally have to sort of like manually correct their profiles every time because they're missing all the skill points and whatnot. So I always have to do that. Whether I fix that, I don't know, but that's what I've been told. And it would be very nice if like they could literally just copy paste the actual profile, or like at least completely use the actual profiles in some sort of like beta servers. I mean, it's fairly simple. You just give them a code and they can access a beta server, or more than one beta server. in Steam. Sure, we still have the issue with Xbox and PlayStation, that's a given. Hypothetically, you could do exactly the same by just publishing a second game. I think Rainbow Six has done that as well. At least they've done that on Steam, but I think it's also possible on consoles. And they could sort of try updating that over there. If the Steam friend hasn't played Pay 3, it won't try to load them into your nebulous. Okay. Then maybe it's something else. I don't know what the exact issue is, but it was just a guess. Baxter will have all this. Yeah, that's just like brings back the point with freaking what was it again? Push a talk. Quick fix! Just lower your mic volume in game. Easy. There you have push a talk. It's just very manual. Technically it's true. It's kind of like if you lower your mic volume to 0, you sort of have push to talk, but that's like it's more like a slide to talk. If you get what I mean. Dude, Urban. Just stop playing Payday 2 and you won't have any issues. The thing is with console players at the moment is they have a lot of issues with DLC stuff. That's like not unlocking. That's something we literally cannot test. Like we can't test everything for the console players, but we can at least somewhat check the stability in a way, because they have even bigger stability issues now. If I recall, it takes like Xbox players 2 to 3 minutes to load in, which is fucking insane. And if they get rid of some DLC stuff, they actually load in 10 to 15 seconds, which is super strange. That's like stuff we probably cannot test, but at least we would be able to like check the default stuttering crap that we have now experienced. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh yeah, right. Part of Armor 2.0 is already in the code, which is kind of hilarious. And these are like things that I do not understand. Like, why are they already slipping in pieces of code they plan to use in the future? How did it make it into the fucking public release? That is a weird thing. Like to me, it feels like they really do not have much control of what they're actually publishing. Because I'm often in contact with Ruffy a little bit when I discover weird shit. Like tell him to, by the way, can you check this out? It feels weird. And he told me like, oh, it's often the case that where like he's testing stuff on a build where some things are somehow fixed already, but they somehow just don't make it into the game afterwards. So they seem to have like sort of a very strange coordination of the changes they plan to implement. And it kind of looks like that they do not even have really a sort of change log what they have planned to implement. Or at the very least the QA testers do not have access to it. He's a QA tester, by the way. I've told him about the friend list bug thingy as well. And I believe he's currently checking it out. Because they should be able to replicate that easily through their Starbreeze stream account. That one has a lot of friends, so they should easily notice that. But like, I don't want to butcher Starbreeze, but it feels like they're kind of uncoordinated. In a way, that makes any sense. But again, this could also be through like a lot of rearrangement in the organization. I mean, Mio quit as well. Like, not quit, but he gave up his position. And I don't know like how much that is affecting the entire gang over there, since like both Almir and Andreas stepped in for that. Like, sure, we kind of know their roles, but who knows what they have also been doing in the background and what they might have been ditching now since they can't do it anymore. Because of, like, time, resources stuff. But what it feels like is like they're sort of missing a coordinator who is checking properly the changes that they have planned. I mean, you clearly notice that every time they release patch notes as well. Because in the patch notes there's so much shit always missing. So that's a bit weird. Either they have people not documenting stuff properly, or they literally do not have a proper coordination of what they have actually implemented already. And what they might have thrown out again into the builds. Can't remember if I get the chest here. Trying to think back real quick whether I already had two or only one. Or we'll just do a loop real quick. My gut feeling tells me never mind. I was wrong. I was about to say my gut feeling tells me I found two. Here. Oh yeah, we got Xbox for Windows. Good point. Good point. I wonder how many people are still on Epic Games. Because you never hear anything about Epic Games players. It's very quiet. Smaller download size for major updates, you slowly implement some stuff, then when the full update hits, it is not as big to download. What are you referencing exactly? Yeah, I'm well aware that most of the stuff Mio was still put in. I would say even probably Armor 2.0 is still a thing that he had planned. Or at least he made decisions on. So like not everything Mio has done is bad. I think it's just mainly like his presentation to the public that's a little bit of an issue. He seems a little bit too stubborn. So that's why Almir is definitely a way better pick. Just because he's well versed in like being a community manager, he knows how to talk to the people a bit. Obviously he's very, like Almir is very, how do you call that? He's like sort of trying to hide a lot of things. Like he's giving not too many answers. I'm assuming just like to just not really cause any weird interactions where people think like some stuff could be happening or whatever. Which makes sense. But at least he can like talk to people, you know. With Mio this felt a bit almost aggressive. Think of it like Trump, basically. Trump also can't talk to the people. But I don't think that whatever that Trump has been doing has all been bad. He probably has done stuff which was good too. He's just a terrible public presentation, that's all. If you compare that, for instance, to Barack Obama, he's like a super fantastic public presentation, but maybe he has done some bad stuff as well. I doubt everything he has done was good. Yeah, the challenge system was dog shit. Like, that was one of the first things, right? The fucking challenge system. It came out and things were like, okay, that's interesting, until we like realized, oh shit, we have to grind the heist a million times to like actually get to the max level, and we still did it. We still did it regardless. And then we were like, oh, by the way, this is kind of shit, you should rework it. And he was like, no, it's perfect. And we were like, no, it's shit, rework it. And he was very stubborn in that case. And it took a lot of convincing to get him like to understand that it was maybe not the best system. I totally understand what he was aiming at, like what the goal was supposed to be. Like, in theory, if you compare the challenge system we had back then, and compare that to like, how do we identify people? Like, what does a level mean basically? If you just take a look at that. Back then, with the challenge system, the level meant something. You could at least somewhat identify that a player has played a lot and probably knows a bit about the game. Now, we have renowned levels. Or, well, at least finally we have it. We didn't have it at the beginning, like that it wasn't showcasing, really. So, when they changed the challenge system, we had absolutely no way to identify if someone probably has some kind of knowledge in the game or not. At a quick glance. Always excluding cheaters, of course. Cheating is like a separate sort of branch. But in theory, if there were no cheaters, the challenge system we had previously was better in identifying people who probably know stuff about the game. Like now, with the renown system, even that if we can see the number now, it still doesn't mean that someone has knowledge about the game. They could like be renown 800 or something, and it still doesn't necessarily mean that they have a lot of knowledge about the game, because theoretically... Oh, by the way, we're probably going to quit out. Yes, we are. Because the reason is, like, with the current system, you can grind a single heist over and over again, if you really wanted to. And also, on top of that, you don't necessarily have to play stealth. You can do everything loud, and vice versa, you can do everything in stealth. The previous system at least sort of tried to force you to do both. So you essentially sort of... They basically tried to end up that you would literally play everything in the game a bit. So that you had knowledge about everything in the game. And that was the level that was representing that in the end. Now we just have a random level that can be gained through whatever you want to do. And it basically doesn't mean track shit. Even Payday 2 has done that better with the infamy system, because obviously not at the beginning, but eventually they implemented this I don't know what it's called, but like if you kept playing the same heist over and over, right, you just started losing experience, or like an experience bonus. So if you switched it up a little bit, you eventually got to play heists that granted you more experience. Still wasn't the perfect system, but it was more accurate. Like, it was telling a bit more. I'm not saying I ever want the Payday 2 infamy system back, because I'm still not perfectly happy with it. But in the beginning, you essentially, it forced you to reset your stuff, so you needed to have some knowledge to unlock all the skills and stuff again, and to be able to work with builds that are low level and whatever, you know, right? Not the biggest fan of that, but at least it was at least showcasing like who has knowledge about the game. Yeah, we don't have that at the moment. It's just an arbitrary number that just goes up for no reason. Come on. Wait, what? Okay, that was weird. Oh yeah, just FYI, I'm usually double checking messages whenever I get to the next act. Since you guys are writing a bit more than I'm used to. So I'm just finishing act and checking messages. People who got 150 before the rework are insane. Guilty. I got all the challenges unlocked that were unlockable before the rework. Yeah, you're mentioning a good point, by the way, Kyrick, with the I got to 123 on the OG system myself, most of my XP was locked behind stealth, surprise, surprise. That's another kind of thing, like... all the content creators that I know of, like the partner ones, I don't think there's a single one who's actually like favoring stealth and talking about it. I believe the only one who's getting close is Beecroft. But even he seems to not be extremely invested in stealth. Like, he does play stealth a lot. Like, he's mixing it up with a good 50-50, I think. Maybe like a 60-40. So 60% stealth, 40% loud. But you never hear anything about it, really. They all talk about loud, the skill points, the armor stuff, the weapons, blah blah blah. Like, this stuff is all irrelevant for stealth, pretty much. Because you have a single build with maybe like 1 to 2 skills that you can swap around. More or less. It kind of means that stealth, for one, is in a good place. But also, maybe it's not given the best love yet. Oh yeah, the XP given is way too much. Completely agree. They've changed it up a little bit here and there, but it's still way too much. I never expected it to increase by times 10. That was ridiculous. Like the way Call of Duty does it, you can get XP by doing matches, but you can tell someone is dedicated if they have a lot of the challenges done and have the special camos unlocked. You can be super high level with none of that, but the display of skill is having that special exclusive stuff. Yeah, that's a good point. They've done that pretty well. That's something that pretty much Payday 2 somewhat got there, but not quite. And neither really did Payday the Heist because it only had Overdrill, and Overdrill is in the meantime is a joke. That is something I absolutely love about games. Like, they have exclusive unlockable shit that you can get through challenges. Payday 3 is one thing, and that's the fucking cook-off challenge. But even that is a joke. The kiss the chef with the charm. Like, nobody fucking sees the charm on your weapon. It's so small. Server's really fucked up enough that people won't even give Payday 3 a chance after they played the beta, and from everything they did with Payday 2 with DLCs and whatnot. I would sort of not quite agree yet. It's getting there, but it's not quite there yet. If you look at... I mentioned that, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I think. If you look at the numbers that we got on stream with the viewers. Yes, there were drops, I know. But still, like, the drops on their own, they're useless if you do not have the game. So I think that there is probably still a bunch of people that are, like, occasionally touching the game. And they're just still hoping for something to be released that keeps them entertained for more. Like, you immediately notice that the day after because the numbers dropped immensely again. I think people just... Yeah, they look at the patch, right? And then we just go with the box immediately again. Like the fucking friend list thing. And obviously people are getting kind of mad at that. Like, pretty much some of the people cannot even play properly anymore. And if things like the stuff that's happening on console, if the DLCs keep happening, it's really not going to make them happy. Whether that is a Starbreeze fault, I am not even so sure about that. It could even be a console-related thing. Who knows? What I've read is that, like, especially Sony is kind of screwing over Starbreeze. And it's not necessarily Starbreeze that are doing the mistakes. But I would say there's still a bunch of people who are around, and they are just waiting for, like, a patch that will have them invested. A simple DLC is not going to solve that, unfortunately. Because as I've mentioned a bunch of times already, the DLC is going to last for maximum about a week, and then people have exhausted the content. So your regular heist DLC is not going to do anything. Even less if you just give them a weapon or whatever. They have to come up with something that keeps the people entertained. And we've seen Holdout being teased. Or leaked. But I do not think that Holdout is going to fix the problems. Holdout is somewhat similar to just releasing another Heist DLC. If they at least bring out Holdout on all the heists, it's a little better, but if they don't, then it's not gonna last for long. Yeah, bonk. Yeah, that's a weird thing, like the infamy system in Payday 2 actually gives people reason to play for longer. Because it takes quite a while to get it to a max. And you actually get some shit, like some somewhat unique shit. At least for the first 100 levels. I believe after Infamy 100 it's no more new stuff, except for a number of changes. Basically, if Payday 3 keeps going the way it is going, the only difference that it has in comparison to the old games is better movement. That's pretty much it. There's hardly anything else. I guess generally the gameplay feels a bit better. But in terms of how it works, like, it still relies on the heists, it's still a heisting game, there's no new game mode or anything like that. It's kind of like Payday 2.5. Sort of. Payday 2 remastered. Oh, there we go again. It's exact same one again as last time. So yeah, my chances are extremely low, just saying, that I'm gonna get the role that I'm looking for, because there's only one singular role that I'm interested in. And I think there's like 20 options. Something between 10 to 20 options, I would say. So it's very slim that I get the reroll that I'm looking for. Yeah, especially if they bought the gold edition and they still lose the shit. It's really bad. Generally, I think if you if you paid for something and you lose access to it, it's one of the worst things to happen. Since I do believe, like, if this goes on for too long, you can most likely go as far as to suing the company. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a chance. Yeah, I mean, Starbreeze kind of has to do, like, everything in their power to advertise their game, right? Since it's a bit looking not that good. Oh. Dude, that's the same one again. Stop giving me the same one, man. What the fuck? What are the odds that I'm getting the same thing 3 times in a row? Fuck, man. Nothing's happening, dude. The fuck? That's a first. Is Holdout meant to be like Call of Duty Zombies? No. Holdout already existed in Payday 2. It's the one with the civilian thing. It's sort of, I guess, kind of similar-ish, but not quite a zombie mode. Like, you won't be able to plank up things and stuff. If that makes any sense. You can't board up windows to prevent them from spawning. Unless, like, they have actually something like that in the works, then I'm surprised. But I'm gonna assume it's exactly the same as in Payday 2. They are actually bringing elements, some kind of like a horde mode type of game mode of Holdout. I'm gonna be very surprised. But the way Starbreeze has been developing things, I highly doubt that that's going to be. There's nothing here, nope. I did not have a firewall warning, no. That's interesting. I did not get one now. I logged in yesterday and I still didn't have one, so must have been a 2-day thing then, because I haven't logged on today yet. Hey, Alcatraz. Where's the chest? Where is the chest? There is the chest, and I don't care about it. I'll probably check today if I can also get the firewall warning. I haven't messed with the Inifar, so I only have 2 mods installed. But maybe I'll get a Rhino HUD at some point, who knows. Oh, oops, wrong one. Okay. Itchy nose. Ah, this wave thingy here sucks. It's very annoying. One of the worst. Just double checking, but I shouldn't have anything. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, as mentioned, it's gonna take a while until I get the good roll. It's very rare. Should probably try to calculate the probability at some point, but I will never be 100% sure what it's gonna be. Because I don't know all the blue inscriptions by heart. Come on, show yourself, please. Should be nothing back there. I think the when you load into an ad, it predetermines what kind of events you're gonna get in which stage already, and it also predetermines in which stage the chests and stuff are going to be. Yo! Lorn? I'm not sure. It's hard to read. Thanks for the raid. Hope you get a good stream. Mal's going great so far. Didn't have crashes yet. Touch wood. I am actually literally touching wood. But who knows, could happen any moment. Glazed barrier sucks. Worst modifier to have. Resting leg spike. Yeah, the crashing is not caused by Gunfire Reborn, it's caused by my CPU being cooked. So I could literally blue screen at any moment. I'll have to get a new CPU. It's a known issue in the internet with this particular CPU. Yeah, they're a bit beefy, but they still die pretty quickly. They're only getting more beefy as time goes on. And the only way for me to counteract that is by having more rate of fire or more projectiles. That's the only way. Like, leveling up the starflighting further is pointless. But you know, it's a number that goes up. Damn it. Yeah, bigger number just feels better. Completely agreed. I'm right back. Yeah, I'm literally one roll away from the gold roll on the Starflame, but I most likely still have to restart a bunch to get it. Oh, that was fast. Wrong one. on. Let's close this first. And this. Oop. Fuck. It's literally 2 left now. Okay, kinda doesn't matter anyways. So I need 5 more reasons, and then I'm done. Come on, show yourself. So yeah, there's only very few things I'm still looking for. For one, the most sort of important thing that I would hope for. Okay, in this case, I will actually ditch it. I would love to use it, but I have reascend, so I'll ditch this, and I will instead go with that. Do this, and then upgrade it as well, because I don't care. And I can next time reroll it again. But yeah, what I'm looking for is obviously reascends, but that's like the least sort of thing that I'm actually looking for, the least important thing. The most important thing would be multiple Starfly with plus 30%. I'm currently at plus 28%. I have 2 of those, and I also have a plus 27%. That would be the most important thing. Second important thing would be a Hell plus 30% multiple, which I also have 2 plus 28%. And then the gold rolls. Like, actually, doing the, getting the correct inscriptions. First on the Starfly, and then on the Hell. On the Hell, it's only one singular exclusive inscription I'm looking for, which makes this a little easier. But on the Starfly, it's all 5 that I need to have on a specific inscription. 3 exclusive inscriptions and 2 rare inscriptions. And at the moment, the Starfly that I have now is on a 4 out of 5. I only have to reroll the green inscription to a blue one, to a specific one. But it's not a plus 30% on multiple, so yeah, I'll have to redo that again once I find a better one. That's why I'm constantly looking at these weapons, just to see if there's going to be a plus 30 Hell or plus 30 Starfly. Which is insanely rare, by the way. the odds are super slim to go on. Because I have no more chances to influence it any further. I could, in theory, if I get the chest to reroll enhancements, I could use it on my plus 27 Starfly. I'm just not doing it. It's kind of pointless. Technical passwords downstairs, managers in manager office, and you don't have to drag him out from upstairs. Yeah, that's a difficulty thing. Surprisingly enough, even though I never play on lower difficulties than Overkill, I knew about that urban. That's no news to me. There is some other hives that have changes too. I think Turbid Station doesn't spawn with lasers, depending on the difficulty. And things like that, and obviously like less guards sometimes. At least I think it's sometimes less guards. Or different camera placements. Generally less loot you have to secure. There is a few specific changes if you play on lower difficulties. I believe you usually also get like more QR codes if you're, especially on Notice Certificate, I think you get more QR codes than just one. Oh, here we go again. That's not a crash, just FYI, that's intentional. It's the only way I can scum this without having to completely reroll everything. Yeah, the crash usually happens if I'm like in the middle of doing something or I'm switching to a new act. That's what I noticed. So I usually get the crash. Yeah, I have not seen a multiple thunderstorm a single time yet, so I'm fairly confident that it doesn't exist anymore. Probably used to, but not anymore. I've checked so many thunderstorms already. Yeah, no idea as well, Dallas, but maybe it's related to some cheating stuff. Just a wild guess. Essentially, maybe it's something that could be abused to gain a significant advantage. Oh, here we go again. At least this chest appears a bit more often where I can reroll the greens to blues. Initialization error 2. Okay. God knows what that error means. Yeah, I mean, Chef, the shield system probably they have in at the moment is kind of like a prototype sort of deal, I would assume. They'll probably tweak it a bunch before we get the actual release. Or maybe switch out some skills to work differently. Regardless though, I still believe that it might be kind of broken once we get it. We already have very broken builds, but it's probably just gonna make it even worse. Should not be anything here. Oh, you repair all the chunks with Clean Slate? Like if you have more than one chunk, you could repair them all? Ha! Nice. Yeah, but I'm assuming that's a bug. Probably a bug that they haven't considered yet when they were like implementing the shield system. Oh my god, is that a bounce again? Come up, come on. Come on. Dude. Fuck it. Come on. I hate this guy. Okay. Oh no. Okay, good. I almost had the bug again, man. think I missed a Tress in the previous stage. I'm assuming you're also still not getting the passive effect, right? And you're using the mod to use shield armor. Nice. Skip the phase. I have some weird ideas of what I want to do tomorrow, because I noticed, right, the shop is open tomorrow, but I'm unable to, like, to ship it, basically, like, ship my CPU. But, I can go to the shop, it's not too far, it's like 20 minutes to arrive. So I can probably deliver it manually, the broken CPU. And I'm gonna ask them if they'll, would be willing to take in the CPU for first. Even though I kind of take that I want to ship it. And if they will also give me a replacement immediately. Which I'm assuming is most likely going to be a nope. Because I'm assuming they'll probably have to identify the actual issue first. If they're not going to give me one, I'll probably just buy one. And use that. And if they're then not going to refund me the money, and actually like giving me another CPU, I'll just be like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm just gonna do a giveaway on the stream for that CPU. And then ship it to whoever needs it. Because then I would at least be able to, like, keep playing. Because I am fairly confident now with the BIOS patches applied and shit that I shouldn't have any more issues. It's literally just that the CPU is already cooked. And that once I get a new one, it should not have these issues. Sometimes a bit tricky to check the weapons on the floor because there's so many. They're all overlapping a bit. Oh well. There goes my entire stack of soul essences. Yep, just barely. Couldn't check the last one. The good thing though is I'm relatively close on maxing out on the reascents. I only need 5 more. And once I have that I can ignore that chest. So I can finally start stacking up on soul essences again. Bring that back to 25k. Happy 300 boss kills, Mark, by the way. Need to actually check if I can call in tomorrow, if they have a phone number or not. Because I think that shop, the company at least doesn't have a phone number. Oh, here we go again. And trip. Please die. Please die. Okay. They were blocked again. Oh, another chance. No. I don't mind if it's like the first stage of an act and I don't have to like run through the entire act. It's actually kind of handy if it's in like the little first stage. The only downside is once I do get it, I have to hope that I can get through the stage without the game crashing. Another shot. Nope. Just get used to it. RNG is not in my favor. Again. Nope. I don't care about lucky shot chance. There's only one fucking thing I'm interested in. Initialization error 2. Now I wonder if the thing is gonna get stuck again. The menu thing, the confirmed thing. See whether it gets stuck again. Nope. It's a one-time thing, I guess. There it is. Ooh, 5,500. That's pretty far. Please. phase again. Hmm. This one is useless to even do, and so is that. So I'll do this real quick. The amount of enhanced thunderstorms, actually crazy. I can actually see the number. Oh yeah, 32%. Would be like 20%, I think, so pretty bad. Oh. Look at this guy. My nose. Oh, here we go. Rip. Gotta do the entire desert again. come on, man. Whether they'll ever make Gunfire 2? Good question. I mean, so far they still have a lot of potential to just keep updating this game. Bring in new characters, bring in new maps. I think it would probably even be too early to bring in the Gunfire 2 already. Could just let us as well be able to give us more like opportunities to reroll certain stuff without having to like completely rely on RNG. Like give us some more options. Dude, where the oh, there it is. My god. Weird place. I honestly thought it's been less than 40 years. I guess throwing grenades up there is not a great idea, since they just get stuck. Especially when it's one singular enemies. I'll rip my solar sense immediately. Yeah, I'll ditch this one. Here, this. Just because of reascend, I'm ditching it. Just securing that reascend. Nice. Yeah, I need like 4 more, I think. 4 more reascends and then I'm done. Then I can ignore all the scrolls. Uh-oh. Yeah. And saved. Good. Okay, that actually works. So far, yes. Not a single crash yet. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I've got some ideas for tomorrow since I noticed, yeah, shop is open. Got some wonky ass ideas so that I can keep playing throughout the weekend. I mean, worst case I can plug in my old PC, but I kind of really don't want to. Oh. Ah, it's a 27! Dang. I'm mad. I already have a 27. Yeah, essentially, like, I cannot send it in. I cannot send in the CPU. Because, like, mail delivery or post delivery stuff is closed. But I noticed that the shop is open tomorrow, so I can drive there. It's like a 20 minutes drive. So I'm planning on just bringing it in. And best case scenario, they immediately hand me a replacement anyways. So they have like one other store that they can give me. That would be the best case scenario. Which I'm assuming is not going to happen. I'm assuming they first have to like double check whether the CPU is actually broken, blah blah blah, so they'll probably not give me one. In which case I'll probably just buy one. And then just hope for a refund. And if they do not give me a refund, if they like send me a replaced product again, then I'll just do a giveaway. Because in theory, I can get exactly the same CPU again now, because my BIOS is now protected so that it shouldn't cook the CPU anymore. In theory. At least that's the way I understood it. You literally just get another one and you should be good now. Basically, like, neither the CPU driver nor the motherboard, basically, or the BIOS, had any sorts of protection that the CPU could just cook itself. But now, I think like 2 weeks ago, they released a BIOS update that protects exactly that. So it shouldn't happen anymore. Yeah. Because as you can see, like, I'm running max settings, everything, no issues, or basically no issues. And then at some point it just randomly starts happening again when I get into crashes and stuff. And for like the beginning stages, oh cool. Okay. But for like whenever I got the CPU at the beginning, I had no problems either. It took a few months. Well, I did have a few issues. But exactly those were solved with the BIOS updates. So, preach, but that should be good. Looks like I got a new one now. Also, I would dare say that the new Intel CPUs, they announced new ones already, right? The Ultra ones, if I recall. They probably have the exact same problem, I would imagine. So essentially, like, the motherboard doesn't know about those types of CPUs just yet. And it's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, there's lots of power there, let's just fucking use it. That's just gonna cook itself again. Would be my guess. And I mean, with this CPU here, I would in theory be more than fine. Like there's hardly any improvements possible anymore. The only thing would be like a consistent over 144 FPS everywhere. But you know, some games they just literally, like Gunfire Reborn, it literally does eat up so much because it has to calculate so much. So even like a super high-end CPU, like this even stronger one, will most likely not solve it anyways. Due to the game's limitations. Like everything above 144 Hz is like, who cares really? You basically don't notice any difference anymore. It's already very tricky to notice a difference coming from 60 to 120. And 120 to 144 is like a minor difference. But yeah, I'd also absolutely love to play Payday 3 just a bit more, but that friend list thing, dude, I swear it's just very annoying. I'm not considering clearing up my friend list, and I don't want to play with a new profile either. Too much effort. If my plan works out tomorrow, I will probably give Payday 3 a shot. Just to see whether I still get random crashes, since those are not caused by the game, or shouldn't be at least. Essentially just, you know, stress testing my CPU a bit. Will be my idea. Yeah, it's really stupid that it's an issue again. Like, it's once again like Starbreeze being like, hey, you got too many friends, huh? Your problem. I don't know, like, once I get all the reascents done, but so I get all the ascensions unlocked, I'm not sure, like, which 2 scrolls I should use. I was considering getting, like, scrolls related to, secondaries, that they can do more damage or something, or that I can cast them more often or something like that. But I haven't really checked these scrolls. I think there is one that will increase the damage. So maybe that will be helpful for my little loot to do a little bit more damage sometimes. I'm not sure yet. Because I pretty much have everything that's like gun related, skill related technically. There is one scroll that I could get back again to do like up to 70% more damage. Skill damage, but I think it's probably useless anyways. What are you searching for in the chests and merchants? Reascend. Only reascend. And scroll enhancer in case I don't have it, but I have it at the moment. Fucking glaze barrier, man. I hate it. Oh, and also through the chests, I am also looking for a replacement option for green inscriptions into blue. Because I'm missing one blue inscription on my Starfly. $17.08. I think that's pretty low. If I recall, I think that's the lowest. Almost the lowest. 122. It's pretty bad. 22%. Yeah. So now I'm probably gonna quit the game again. I am. That's what I'm looking for in the chest. But yeah, I've like... I don't know what the odds are, but they're really low that I'm getting the correct blue inscription that I'm looking for. Because there's a bunch of options that the Starfly can roll with, and I'm only interested in one single one. Oops. It's fine. Should be fine. Three more. That punk. was weird. I thought I forgot an enemy somewhere, but no. Just late spawns. Oh, here we go again. Oh, I have it! I have it! What the fuck? Dude, I was so close to just alt F4 out of habit, but I haven't. So yeah, this is the true god roll. No, almost true god roll. Close to true god roll. So I just need to be able to save the game now. And then I'm good. So we're not out of the woods yet. Unfortunately. Oh, come on. Eat my grenades. Yeah, well, I don't care. I literally don't care about the rerolls. Like, I don't care about my secondary Starfly anyways, like, at all. Don't care about replacing green inscriptions, don't care about the rerolls, don't care about anything in this regard. So 1 goal temporary completed. Until I get an either plus 29 or plus 30 Starfly. Perfect. Oh, look at this beauty. Isn't this nice? Isn't this a nice Starfly? Game announcements. We're running double weapon XP until November 4th at 10 AM CET. Get in here, heisters. Well, useless for me, but thank you. Ah, but at least I have this thing now. It's very nice. Look at this. 15.68 projectiles. With a rate of fire of 1508. While it's like completely going nuts and stuff. So crazy. Yeah, dude. Shaft. I don't know, man. They're just... You know what's funny, by the way? They actually mentioned in the patch notes that they applied a patch on Fear and Greed that the future double cash events would work. So they had a bug in that as well. But yeah, like literally, like... Who cares about double weapon XP thing, dude, man? I swear to God. They still have not done a double IP weekend, which would technically be better. But I mean, but it's the first day of first Friday of the month, I guess. Huh. Yeah, 2 times cash would be better, as well. 2 times weapon XP is just so useless. I'm assuming they've done that because of like year 1 edition crap. So people are like buying stuff and they're able to level up their weapons faster. I'm guessing. The 2 times fixed the game already weekend. Yeah, it only took 1,200 and something stages for me to obtain the God Roll, which is kind of cool, huh? I'll rip my soul essence. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Two more. It crashed, man. Oh. Well, I guess it's 3 more again. Fucking hell. Oh. I'll take that opportunity to get some food.